Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're gonna start. We're obviously talking Planet Zoo. I'm not even gonna try and say today we're talking about. Yeah, we're obviously talking Planet Zoo, but we're gonna start. We're gonna start first with dessert. Yeah, we're gonna start with dessert, and that is, as you can blatantly see on the screen, the Planet Zoo Arctic Pack is coming. So let's dive straight into this. I'm not even gonna mess about. Let's go straight into it. Are you ready for an ice-cold adventure in a wintry wonderland? Perhaps you're willing to face a red-hot challenge in a setting that will prove the most difficult yet. Are you ready to answer the call? Oh, Bernie's. God bless you, Bernie. Let's just take a second. Let's just look at that image. That is stunningly good. After an incredible year of Planet Zoo community, we are thrilled to reveal that Planet Zoo Arctic Pack coming alongside the free update 1.1 on the 17th of December, with 2 new scenarios. There will be exciting things for you to overcome as a zoo manager. You need to brave harsh landscapes, mountainous Norway, in the tundra biome, and the arid Mexico, which, I'm so excited for Mexico. Based in a desert biome, these 2 zoos come with their own stories and challenges, which you'll need to deal with to ensure animal welfare and park success. I wonder if it's going to be these sort of Arctic animals being in the middle of Mexico in the raging heat. We shall see. But yeah, I'm all good with that. I am all good with that. This pack also features 4 brand new Arctic animals. Puddles will be happy. The polar bear is in, the reindeer, the Arctic wolf, and the Dall sheep. All 4 species come with new challenges and specific needs, so be sure to check out Zoopedia. Tips on how to keep them happy and healthy. God, there's probably more updates. I put the Planet Zoo Discord, everything's been going crazy. Okay. Cover your park in a blanket of snow. Design. Let's just go. That's so distracted me with the phone. Cover your park in a blanket of snow, design an ice sculpture, or build your very own Scandinavian village. Which, by the way, the art stuff for the Scandinavian village looks incredible. There are over 200 new buildings, scenery, and foliage pieces to choose from and get creative with. The Arctic Pack will be available to purchase on Steam and the Frontier Store for £7.99. Wherever you are in the world, you can see it there. Please note that you'll need to have Planet Zoo base game in order to download and content. Now, we will get on to 1.1, which is the free update for all players, in a second. Thanks to our wonderful community for all the support since our launch. Keep your eyes on the forums, social channels, and blah, 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 blah. All that good stuff. And the vibe seems to be mostly positive. There are a few people, and I can understand it. We're 6 weeks out. There was a comment from somebody else, is that we're 6 weeks out and already we're getting paid DLC. I could understand that. And yes, okay, if this was, let's say we're getting a reindeer and I don't know, not much else, and it was $3.99, I'd have an issue. This is a huge content drop. We'll get on to, as I say, 1.1 in a second. If maybe they'd said, okay, you can get all of these animals, but we're going to make the reindeer available kind of for everybody, just as a Christmas thing. I don't know. But for me, the main thing is 1.1. Is 1.1. This is the main thing. This is the goodies. Everybody's going to be excited about this. Everybody's going to be excited about the Arctic Pack because it's new shinies. But this is exciting and so much more exciting to me because of what we're getting in 1.1. So let's take a look at 1.1, which for me is the big one. This is the important stuff. And I'm very excited for this. So this dropped yesterday. We were then teased the antlers behind the rock, which was very good. Bravo for that one. Now I'm not going to go through all of the spiel of this bit. We're going to get straight into the meat and potatoes of this. Slow animal aging. We've received some feedback regarding the in-game time in Planet Zoo. We'd like to thank all of you for giving us feedback, perspective on the speed you'd like to see the animals age, as it has helped us create a solution that we believe everyone will enjoy. Slow animal aging is a setting that can be found in the gameplay section of the options menu. I need to breathe. And you can use it to alter the rate at which animals age, up to 5 times slower than normal. This will not only affect aging, but also how quickly the animals mature, how long they gestate for, the amount of time between mating attempts, how long it takes for their star rating to increase. This isn't one of those where, oh, I can set this so my animal's going to live forever because I set it to really slow, but yet they're still mating at a hugely fast rate. Quids in, let's get some conservation points. No. So it's going to affect the whole life cycle of the animal. But, which we don't need to read, but basically they're also saying that don't panic, it's not suddenly going to make the animal go into slow motion. You're not going to have, you've seen the piñata, like the carnivores. The piñata, they're not going to slowly just like pouncing on this piñata in slow motion, or the little ring-tailed lemur with the box on its head all in slow motion. No, that's not going to happen. It's simply going to be the life cycle of the animal. So, immediate family on information panels. More information is king. I am so happy with this. Immediate family. So here we go. We're introducing immediate family information, which you can see by selecting an animal and viewing their social tab. Included in their information panel, through this, you'll be able to learn of the animal's parentage, siblings, and direct descendants. This should help prevent inbreeding in your zoos and keep your animals healthy. More information. Data. Cannot make bricks without clay. This is good. And this is something I'm going to say continuously. What's been very much lacking, and I've said this in videos in the past, I've been critical, and I will now praise without a shadow of a doubt Frontier for this, is that what's been lacking is the simulation side. What's been lacking is the information to fix a lot of the issues we've been having. We don't know whether it's a bug. We don't know whether it's a glitch. Was refunds working as it should be? Was it not? We don't know. Now they're giving us the tools, and we'll get onto refunds later, but they're giving us the tools to actually really manage our zoos the way we want to. And that is a good thing. New heat maps. Again, more information, which is fantastic. We've also created more heat maps, which should help you in all aspects of the zoo. These heat maps involve crime, staff happiness, animal breeding, habitat cleanliness, and updates to negative impacts such as litter, thrown food. These will be available to you in the heat map option, and to keep your zoo as prestigious as possible. This is good. This is I'm going to sound like a broken record because everything I'm going to say is this is good. It's exactly what we want. It's exactly what we needed. The Arctic DLC would... Okay, it's going to be great because it's more animals and it's more things to build. People love that, and I get that, and I'm not by any means trying to rain on that parade. What excites me is that DLC is now so much better. Is now so good because the foundations, the base game we're playing with, which everybody's got access to now, everybody's got access to this, to 1.1, is so good. It's going to feel like a different game. And for those that really want to push, really have huge zoos and balance all of these things, these new tools are going to make that so much more fun rather than just frustration. Woo! Newsfeed. So if you're on the front screen, you know, where your avatar stands, you get to select what game mode you want to go into, and the globe is there. You're going to get a newsfeed, which basically, you know, this DLC is now available. There's going to be maintenance. You know, this is down. We're going to be tweaking this. Franchise mode isn't. All of those sort of things. That's going to be there. So you don't need to worry about jumping into Twitter. I had it a little while ago where I was going, what is happening with blah, blah, blah? I can't access franchise mode. And then literally 2 seconds later, I did a tweet saying, actually, if I had have read their Twitter page, I would know. So, my bad. So yeah, this will be good having something on the front page that actually just tells us this is going on at the moment. Well, this is what's upcoming. This is exciting stuff. Management updates. This is actually better than the Arctic DLC to me. This is so good. I'm so pleased. I'm so chuffed at Frontier. I really am. As I say, I will question, because I don't see anything wrong with questioning and pointing out where weaknesses and potentially flaws are, and I will not hesitate in giving props and saluting when a business company, developer, whoever comes out with something good, and this is so good. We've added new alerts to the game, which will help point out any issues with the setup of your zoo. Something we hope will help you better identify what's happening with your parks. Outstanding. New high level will notify players when something that they have, something that negatively affects the zoo is happening, such as animal escapes or all keeper huts are closed. This highlight will pop up at the center of the screen. So, you know, when you have, say you've researched, I don't know, something, you get that bloing, comes up in the middle of the screen. It's going to be like that. It's like, bloing, your rhino is running wild in your park. Dun dun dun. So all alerts can now be switched off on a category basis, which is good. in the options menu. So things like, I don't actually want to see if an animal's died. Please stop, like, just showing me that in the corner of my screen. I don't want to see it all the time. You can just switch that option off. I don't want to see if an animal died of natural. That's good. A new crime management page has been added to the zoo overview management screen. That will display and locate vandalized items. Yes! If that gives me the option to press a button and fix all vandalized items, or maybe even to find out why things are getting vandalized, because I've literally had, if you've got a row of benches, you fixed one bench, you know, and the row's vandalized. You fixed one bench. By the time you get to the end, the first bench is vandalized again. It's like, why? So if that's, I'm all for that. Again, more information. More information is fantastic in a simulation game. Can't have enough. Refunds. Refunds. Here we go. Refunds have now been modified and now have a breakdown of costs in the zoo finance screen. If a guest has spent less than half of their allotted time in the zoo before going home due to low happiness, they will receive a refund. If an animal escapes and the guests flee, they will receive a refund that's proportional to the time they've spent in your zoo. Innocent guests ejected from the park will receive a full refund. Additionally, unhappy guests will not donate as much to your zoo. So, what exactly does that mean? Basically, if a guest comes to your zoo, let's say they have an allotted time. Let's say they have one day. They have 24 hours. They're going to walk around your zoo. We're just making these numbers up for, you know, explaining. There's 24 hours to walk around your zoo. They're walking around your zoo. They're donating and everything else. And they get to a point where, whoops, the keeper hut has clipped too far over. A generator's clipped too far over onto the path. And all of a sudden they're unhappy. And now there's trash everywhere. If it gets to a point where it's so bad, they will just walk out of the zoo. Now, if they walk out, having only been there for 6 hours, it's like, nah, they will get 50% of their money back. They'll get 50% of a refund because they've only spent half the allotted time there. That's what I'm getting from this. Also, the innocent guests ejected from the park is interesting. Does that mean if you only have a level 1 security guard and he's grabbing people and throwing them out, you can throw out innocent people? Or does that mean that, say you have, which we've all had, you've had guests that are walking through your zoo and all of a sudden they're in a staff path and they shouldn't be there. The only way you can get them off the staff path is you delete the path. And they flee and run because there's no pathing and potentially leave the zoo. Does that mean that they are innocent guests that have been unfairly ejected from the park? Or is that something to do with crime? Are we going to be able to see that in the crime management page? All of this is good. All of this is exciting. And of course, as it says, unhappy. If the guests are just unhappy, they're not going to donate as much. This is good stuff. This is so good. This is the simulation pillar that I've been crying out for. And I think, I am just very, very happy. Aurora Borealis! Our team have created a beautiful in-game Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, which you can see while in the tundra biome. Keep your eye on words are difficult. Keep your eye on the night sky to see them, as they are a true sight to behold. We're looking forward to seeing your gorgeous screenshots of this natural phenomenon. However, it's important for us to highlight that this feature will only be available on ultra-high graphic settings. Here's a little tip for you. If you want to, go into sandbox mode, load up the tundra, obviously on the 17th when 1.1's dropped, and put your graphic settings up onto high, but you don't have a zoo or anything there. You can at least see the experience for yourself. Just sit in your tundra biome and you can see the Aurora Borealis, rather than having to load up a map which has got a massive zoo on and everything else, which potentially, if you don't have a computer that can handle ultra high graphics, might work. We also get an ice cream costume. Hey, who doesn't like free treats and toys? That's all good. I can live with an ice cream costume. More creativity, of course. All the master builders among us, we've added a complete ice and snow rock set. Enrichment items like a snowball and a Christmas present. Gentlemen, I present to you Christmas present. Yeah, that's adorable. That's adorable. New winter foliage and ice pathing. These features will arrive alongside a huge number of gameplay tweaks and bug fixes, which the team have been working hard on for the last few weeks. The full update notes will be posted on the 17th of December when the update goes live. There might be another surprise in store for you as well. In store, I now say highlighted of quotations, in store for you as well. So keep your eye on that exciting announcement soon. As excited as I am for the Arctic pack coming, 1.1 for me is the update that has just reinvigorated Planet Zoo. Hopefully it doesn't bring a ton of bugs, a ton of issues, games being lost, so on and so forth. I was so disheartened because every time I get back into the game, there's a tweak or something that breaks something, and it's hard when you've put so much effort, so much time, so much love into something, and then there's something that rolls out and it breaks. I've lost 2 save games now, and it's soul destroying. It's horrible. But this, I'm hoping it doesn't bring anything like that, because this only seems like goodness. There's juicy, exciting things in it, and I'm very much looking forward to the 17th. I'm not gonna lie, Christmas has come early, without a shadow of a doubt. And I was even the first to post. This is how excited I was. This literally popped up, and I was like, oh my god, I'm posting. Yeah, so Grim Gaming was there. Oh, Grimhash, he was there posting literally at 5 minutes after this post went up. So yeah, we're excited. We're looking forward to this. Good stuff. Good stuff, Frontier. Absolutely outstanding job. That is me done, ladies and gentlemen. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all later.